Welcome to another video on our channel. Today, we will discuss an essential topic that can transform the way we deal with emotional challenges in life. The essential art of letting go and how Stoicism can help us on this journey. We have all gone through difficult times, moments that require us to break emotional bonds, leave the past behind, and face the future with renewed awareness and courage. And this is where we will explore a philosophy that has endured since ancient times, Stoicism, as a true compass to guide us through emotional storms and help us overcome emotional manipulation. Imagine having emotional freedom to no longer be influenced by emotional toxins, the power to decide how to respond instead of reacting to challenging situations, and a strong sense of inner stability even when the world around seems to be falling apart. This is what Stoicism can offer. This video is specifically for men of all ages, men who at some point in their lives experienced emotional manipulation, perhaps in a toxic relationship or through emotional triggers. It is for those who seek to not only survive these difficult times, but learn, grow, and evolve through these experiences. So if you've ever been caught in an emotional whirlwind, looking for a way out, this video may be exactly the light at the end of the tunnel you're looking for. And with that in mind, let's dive deeper into the complexity of letting go and the powerful tool that Stoicism is to overcome the complex labyrinth of emotional manipulation. Don't forget our motto: in silence, we learn, in wisdom, we grow. Join us on this journey of learning and growth. Stay tuned for the next chapter, where we'll delve into the difficulty many face when trying to detach from toxic and manipulative relationships. See you soon. The challenge of detaching from toxic and manipulative relationships is a problem that many face. The difficulty in recognizing such ties for their true nature and subsequently making the decision to leave them is a deeply complex experience. These relationships tend to form gradually by people who take advantage of our love and trust to control our actions. This insidious process of manipulation makes it even harder for us to realize the harmful nature of this bond and the need to break it. Studies show that this is a frequent mental and well-being health problem, affecting millions of men worldwide. These toxic relationships can lead to feelings of inferiority, guilt, and lack of control over one's own life. They can politely generate high levels of anxiety, depression, and, in extreme cases, can lead to suicidal thoughts. To better illustrate this problem, let's tell Roberto's story. Roberto was a man with a kind heart who believed in the best in people. He got involved in a relationship with a woman who seemed to love him, but who gradually took over his actions, emotions, and even his thoughts. Over time, her manipulative behaviors led Roberto to doubt his own sanity. Gradually, he felt trapped, unable to detach from this toxic love. This situation is familiar to many men around the world. The journey to break these emotional ties can seem arduous and mentally exhausting. However, be aware that you are not alone in this struggle. As we will see later, there is an ancient lifestyle known as Stoicism, which can be a powerful tool for overcoming emotional manipulation. But right now, let's pause this chapter and leave you with a brief reflection. In silence, we learn. In wisdom, we grow. This is the motto of our channel, which we hope will help illuminate the journey of overcoming. Diving into the fundamentals of the Stoic lifestyle, I want to take you on a small journey back in time. Going back to 300 BC, in the ancient city of Athens, the Stoic philosophy came to life through Zeno of Citium. Zeno, the pioneer of this school of thought, established principles that were different, a radical break from the idea of happiness based on fortune or pleasure, focusing on virtue, righteousness. From the gates of Athens, Sparta, to Rome, Stoicism found expression and acceptance. Influential people such as Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca became keystones of this lifestyle, paving the way for a completely new way of thinking and living. But you may be wondering, what exactly is Stoicism? What principles guide this philosophy, and how do they apply to our contemporary life? Let's take one step at a time. At the heart of Stoicism lies the ability to accept things as they are. By learning to differentiate between what is under our control and what is out of our reach, Stoic philosophy teaches us to be more resilient and focused. Yes, losses and challenges will come, but Stoics see these difficulties as opportunities to practice virtue, patience, and persistence. This approach to life addresses an issue that demands our attention. How can we overcome emotional manipulation? Emotional manipulation is a subtle and yet dangerously powerful form of control, making you doubt your worth and feel guilt. However, by adopting the principles of Stoicism, you can begin to combat these negative forces. How? Stoicism teaches that to be truly free and joyful, you must free yourself from external shackles and superficial validations. You must detach from the constant need to please others, which often makes you neglect your own happiness. So, upon deeper thought, Stoicism is not about renouncing desires or emotions, but rather a way to better understand yourself, your emotions. By embracing Stoicism, you empower yourself to coexist more healthily with those around you, without letting external manipulations dictate your feelings. Reflection is left, dear friends. When we recognize emotions for what they really are and where they really reside, in us and not in the outside world, we free the power to live a richer and more fulfilling life. With Stoicism, we learn that in silence we grow, and in wisdom we develop. So be resilient, value yourself, and enjoy emotional freedom. Discover how Stoicism can be the key to overcoming emotional obstacles and ending manipulation. In the next chapter, we will dive into the practical applications of Stoicism and how its techniques can be used in times of emotional difficulties. Stick with us. In this frantic world, Stoic techniques have been increasingly sought after as a shield against emotional obstacles. Marked by their simplicity and straightforward wisdom, they pave a way for us to distance ourselves from the whirlwind of our emotions and instead observe them from a detached, serene position. For example, one of the most effective Stoic techniques is the practice of negative visualization. This exercise involves consciously visualizing worst scenarios for any situation. The purpose is not to dive into pessimism, but to develop an appreciation for the current situation while cultivating resilience to face potential challenges. Say, you are afraid of losing your job, thanks to emotional manipulation from a co-worker. By imagining this possibility, you start to see that your existence goes beyond a single role and that you can find paths to overcome. Another valuable Stoic perspective is the concept of amor fati, or love of fate. This view involves embracing everything that life brings, good or bad, as something that was meant to be. We apply this concept in our daily lives by accepting the past, as bad as it may be, as a forming element of our current self. Remember, however, that the use of these techniques requires consistency and discipline. Successful Stoic philosophies are not maintained by casual thinkers, but by continuous practitioners. Turning these techniques into daily habits is essential to ensure that we become less susceptible to emotional manipulation. With continuous practice, you will notice a change in your habitual thinking. The need for approval or fear of judgment will tend to decrease, and anxiety about the future will lose its intensity. Third-party opinions will have less impact on your decisions, and you will become more authentic in your actions and reflections. Our next chapter will expand on how these internal transformations can translate into tangible external benefits, driving personal growth and overall well-being. As we prepare for this discussion, don't forget our motto: in silence we learn, in wisdom we grow. The purpose of silence is not to silence the voices around us, but to give space to our own voice. By doing this, we take an important step on the path to wisdom. Through this wisdom, we advance in our personal and emotional growth. Embarking on the Stoicism journey can bring a host of positive benefits, especially for men seeking emotional freedom. Stoicism not only offers a unique perspective for understanding life, but it also promotes emotional growth, giving you the power to face any form of emotional manipulation. Taking a step ahead, we find the gift provided by Stoicism: emotional freedom, understanding, resilience, contentment, and liberation. These are the indelible badges of honor that Stoicism provides. By creating an emotional shield, it releases the individual from the invisible chains of emotional manipulation. The emotional freedom that blossoms with adherence to Stoic philosophy lights the way to a future of self-esteem and tranquility. There are countless examples of the strength of this philosophy. Remember James, a rising lawyer who for a long time struggled against his boss's emotional manipulation. Adopting the Stoic lifestyle, he found not only peace, but also the strength to stand up against unfair control. His story is living proof that with Stoicism, power is found in the hands of the individual. Or even Sarah, a single mother who fell victim to a manipulative relationship. Through Stoicism, she rediscovered her self-esteem and the ability to steer the course of her life. With the benefit of emotional freedom provided by Stoicism, she was able to create a positive and safe environment for her and her son. These are just examples of the transformative power of this noble philosophy. It's with these examples in mind that we make a direct connection with you, our valuable viewers. If you've ever faced or still face forms of emotional manipulation, Stoicism may be the ally you were looking for. Stoic philosophy is not just words on a piece of paper. It's a daily practice that can change the course of your life for the better, providing a path to emotional freedom. The benefits of Stoicism are available to everyone. Not just a shield against emotional manipulation, but also a catalyst for emotional freedom. Stoicism may be the tool that was missing in your arsenal to navigate through life. In the next few minutes, we will expand even more on the practice of Stoicism and how you can integrate it into your daily routine. And remember, in silence we learn, in wisdom we grow. As we reach the end of this enriching journey together, I want you to feel not only enlightened, but energized. The journey of self-discovery is cleared step by step, and each of you has advanced bravely today. In each word and narrative, each moment of reflection, courage was instigated, ready to emerge. And now that you find yourselves at this threshold, trusting in your own abilities, I challenge you to carry forward what you have learned. Each of you holds the key to confront and overcome situations of emotional manipulation. You just need to have the courage to turn the key. I don't just want you to go out there with a new arsenal of Stoic techniques. I challenge you to apply each of these learnings in your life. Observe the challenges, face the storms. In wisdom, you will find calm. Every passing day, use the principles of Stoicism to make conscious decisions, improve relations, and promote healthy emotional growth. And now that the spark of knowledge has ignited in your hearts, I implore you not to let this flame die out. Maintain the practice of Stoic techniques. Continue the journey of emotional growth. Let this not be the end, but just the beginning of a life of clarity, strength, and emotional serenity. Remember, every step taken is a victory. Every day of practice is an achievement. And the greatest reward is, without a doubt, a life of emotional peace and mental clarity. And before we part, remember our motto: in silence we learn, in wisdom we grow. We learn in the silence of introspection and grow in the wisdom that accompanies practice. I invite you to never stop learning, never stop growing. Do not forget this journey we have started together, and rest assured that we are together on this walk. We have gone through many emotionally challenging territories today, haven't we? We made this exploratory ride through the art of letting go, discussing emotional manipulation and how we can, with the help of Stoicism, overcome it. We partook in profound stories, and we remembered accounts of pain and suffering from toxic relationships. But we also, and equally important, talked about hope. We've had the opportunity to better understand the principles of Stoicism, learning more about its origins and its power for liberation and emotional growth. We've explored some practical techniques that can be applied to our daily lives, providing us a way to overcome emotional obstacles. Our journey needs to come to an end for today, but I would like to remind you that the end of this video represents just the beginning of a journey that can be taken by all of you. I am fully convinced that as you continue to apply the principles of Stoicism, you will see positive changes in your lives. I'm looking forward to sharing more about this and other subjects in future videos. Come back and enjoy more content that will be available. And never forget our motto, for it will always guide us on this journey. In silence, we learn. In wisdom, we grow. Until next time.